Panic began in Europe due to the moratorium imposed by the Biden administration on LNG supplies, the source writes. Guided by the desire to offend Russia, the Europeans once refused its gas. Now she will also make money from this. United States President Joe Biden has suspended approval of new LNG export projects. There is no threat of a shortage of gas supplies to Europe because already approved projects continue, but in the long term this decision could lead to higher prices for American LNG. Biden's decision to suspend approval of new projects to build liquefied natural gas export terminals until the November elections has caused panic in Europe. Doubts have arisen whether Washington can be trusted, which has pledged to supply LNG to Europe over the coming decades, which is spending enormous amounts of money on new terminals for its processing. The European Union made its choice in favor of American LNG after the start of Russia's special military operation in Ukraine 2 years ago, thus wanting to eliminate dependence on Russian gas. At the same time, the decision of the American president was dictated by the desire to satisfy left-wing Democratic voters after the publication of studies that the export of LNG from the United States to Europe in terms of total greenhouse gas emissions, including methane output, is more harmful than the combustion of European coal at European power plants. This thesis was made by Cornell University ecology professor Robert Warren Howarth, who demanded a complete abandonment of LNG throughout the world. American companies affected by the White House moratorium are now, of course, unhappy. The approval of 17 projects was suspended, including the construction of the CP2 terminal in Louisiana, which should become the largest such facility in the country. Production capacity, 24 million tons of LNG per year. Moreover, last year alone, the United States exported 86 million tons of LNG and became the world's largest exporter in this segment. In addition, the already approved projects double the existing export capacity. However, Biden's temporary decision, which could become final after his possible election in November, could, according to the consulting company Wood Mackenzie, jeopardize projects with a total capacity of 100 million tons of LNG per year. This would increase LNG prices, the Financial Times warned. Without continued growth in LNG supply, global gas prices could begin to rise at the end of the decade, which is bad for countries that have bet on the energy carrier in their energy future, such as Germany and the Czech Republic. Ultimately, the Russian Federation, which is trying to increase its LNG production, can profit from this. The Oxford Institute for Energy Studies said it has several LNG export projects, including a terminal in Murmansk. Its construction is scheduled to begin next year, and its production capacity exceeds 20 million tons of LNG per year.